Hey guys, Desolator Magic here with a video that I occasionally do, which is reviewing magic accessories. This is a bit of a stretch, I mostly use these for D&D, but I just thought you guys would think they're as cool as I do because, well, it's a product that looks as good in person as it did in the photo, and that is saying something. So check these babies out. Oh man, sorry for the low quality webcam here. Actually, I should probably pick these back up and just show them to you a little closer, but look at these. They're all anodized aluminum, and I did buy one blank right there to see what the originals look like. But if you guys know how they change aluminum to be these colors, it's really cool. It has to do with like voltage and electricity flow, and it changes something to do with like electron shells and stuff. So as far as I know, these aren't painted; these are straight up anodized. So that's pretty cool. So they can't chip off because they are now that color. Speaking of that color, when it comes to anodizing aluminum, you're going to get a little bit of a color variance. I don't know if you can tell, but those aren't quite the same red, but hey. The purple looks absolutely amazing. If you like purple dice, oh my gosh. It's not the deepest, darkest purple, but I mean, that's how an anodizing works. But the blue is a deep, deep blue. Oh my gosh, I love it. We got too much light for my monitor. Hold on. There we go. Got a little extra studio light going on. So these are, they're lightweight, but they're not like light enough that they go bouncing. So let's just compare it to like, I don't know, some random chess X dice. So, you know, these, they don't feel substantial. When they hit the ground, especially a D4, you don't feel like, I mean, either they're too light and they bounce way too much and they get out of control, or you don't feel like it was a substantial roll because they're just not heavy enough to have enough forward momentum, you know, to actually keep rolling and be random. And you're going to feel bad about certain rolls in certain cases, depending upon the shape. So these are the perfect weight. I absolutely love these. So let's just take two of them and just see. You do a standard little, like, my knuckles are touching the table roll. There you go. I mean, look at that carry. It didn't go flying off the table. It didn't bounce out of control like crazy. But it did roll, you know, enough times over to be considered random. And they have rounded corners to help the roll a little bit. So I absolutely love these. I got them on eBay from, I don't know, some seller for about $1.50. And I like them. I don't know, looking at them, I'm not 100% sure that they were anodized, and if they were, they weren't anodized very well. There's little tiny spots that are showing through, but these don't appear to be painted because I can't scratch them. So I don't know, they might not be true anodized, it might be lying, but either way, they look absolutely amazing. So, oh, that's it for the die review, right? No. Let's just call this Des's cool stuff that he uses for D&D and Magic because I'm going to show it all off because I got it all out. Why not? So first of all, we got these little stands which hold these 40 millimeter rose quartz crystals. These are kind of cool if you cast Flaming Sphere in D&D. Otherwise, I use them to hold down the map. So we got rose quartz, citrine, and of course, if you order minerals, you're going to get two drastically different cuts. This one's very transparent with a lot of texture, and this one's very opaque. It's actually physically heavier. Kind of the same with rose quartz. This one is much more opaque, and then this one's like super clear. So you never know what you're going to get, but those are about $3.50 a piece. If I didn't mention the dice were only about $1.50 a piece, free shipping, not bad. And I bought enough of them to make it worth their time, too. I can't imagine somebody would buy just one and then have it shipped all the way from somewhere in Asia, but yeah, don't be that guy. So these are really cool weights. They're fairly heavy, fairly substantial, and since they're quartz crystal, they're endothermic, sort of. I mean, not like chemically, but you hold them and they're always cold. No matter what temperature it is, they're always cold unless you like physically heat them up like in your hand to hand temperature. So that's kind of cool because they're like, ooh, they're icy, you know, something magical, whatever. That's cool. That's why people call diamonds ice, by the way, not because they resemble it, but because if you lick them, they are always cold. So go lick all your diamonds. Next up, I mean, we got a gold-plated Shiba Inu Dogecoin. Not an actual Dogecoin. It doesn't have the QR code that has the private key, so it's not a spendable physical one because they have made physical Bitcoins before. Those were cool. I think they called them cryptolators. I just got this because they're like, well, why don't we just make a blank one? It's cheaper. And yeah, pretty much the coolest thing I own in my entire house, obviously. Oh, by the way, this coin, you flip it to see who goes first to F&M. That's why it's in my Magic the Gathering bag. But for D&D, if you want a fun way to track you know, low amounts of gold and platinum pieces. Can't get much better than this little bag right here. Look at that. 24 karat gold plated pennies and nickels. They look amazing. They sound exactly like a video game sound effect. Believe it or not, they must have gotten something similar. So these are just so cool. I mean, you can see they're Really shiny. They're 24 karat electroplated, probably like 50 microns. So they use about a penny worth of gold, which is ironic because that's a penny. But if you buy these in bulk, you can get them like 50 cents or $1 a piece. So I had obviously a lot of free eBay credit. I would not normally spend that much money on something gimmicky for D&D. Just kidding. I absolutely would, depending upon what the bills look like in a month. Speaking of bills, when we played Gamma World, I said, what would be futuristic money? Okay, 24 karat gold-plated $100 bills. And then I thought, what would be even better than that? Donald J. Trump on them bitches. What's up? So if you've been watching the Magic Historians channel, you know that I sent him one of these to hang on his Christmas tree in the middle of January. So yes, we actually used these to play Gamma World. These were the currency. They were 100 Gamma bucks or I don't know. And it's cool to physically hold them. I mean, if you write down, oh, we got 10 gold pieces from a monster, it's way cooler to pick up, bills or that. And it's freaking gold. This is actual, I assume it's Mylar foil with electroplating of gold on it. Once again, probably about 1 to 2 pennies worth of gold because it only has to be microns thick. But you can't tell the thickness of the gold by looking at it. I mean, this could be solid gold for all you know. It looks the same on the surface, and it won't oxidize. They're tough as nails. So yeah, these are pretty cool. Very shiny, by the way. Very impressive. And both of these, $1 a piece if you buy them from the right vendor on eBay. So naturally, I've got a lot of them. So let's see what else we got. Oh, let's jump back to dice. Let's get back to that. Oh, by the way, obviously Donald Trump was on here because a cyborg reincarnation of Donald Trump ran my world in Gamma World. Yep. So now on to the rest of the dice. This isn't all of them, but I think it's one of every type. So we got these pewter ones. I do not remember where I got these. I think it was online. It may not have been. These are like D12s. You can see they're not very round. They're probably not terrifically random, like size-wise, because they're kind of like molded and whatever. They're probably not perfect. But they have so much weight, like, did you hear that? So much weight and so much energy that it would help overcome a slight tendency. But still, I'm sure these have a non-random tendency, but they're just cool because they're tough as nails. So I got a bunch of them. We got, oh boy, pewter D4s. Those are cool. Then we got pewter D8s. Those are fun. I like those. They seem random. I haven't seen any kind of high-low tendency, but, a couple percent, you wouldn't be able to tell that with your head. What else? We got even more D12s because I used to run a great bow. So I bought exactly what I needed. What else is in here? Oh, okay, here we go. So we got nickel plated. Now these are probably my favorite. I just got a whole new set of these from I believe it's a seller on eBay called Ishmael. So check that out. But just type in like nickel plated dice or metal dice, metal D&D, metal D20, whatever, you'll find them. Great guy. I mean, I've never met him or anything, but like he gets his shipments out on time. I assume it's a he. I don't know. But these are amazing. I love these. They are a little heavy. They will clunk a table pretty good. They don't tend to dent it and they're not sharp. Unlike my other ones. I should go find those. You can get nickel plated ones that are very, very, very sharp. So those are cool, but then you can go one past nickel plating and get, well, that's another one, but you can get gold plated nickel plated. Wait, are both of these plain? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we got the D6s, and unfortunately these are so thin, and I've used them for years that the gold plating is kind of wearing off, but I have given these out as prizes on my channel before, by the way, so a lot of you actually own these. But yeah, they're, really sharp, really solid, fairly random. I like them. They're heavy. They're heavy enough to put a pretty good nick into somebody's table or break glass. So you got to be careful with those. That's why I like these aluminum ones. They're kind of mid-size, And then we've got, oh yes, the little teeny tiny dice. I don't think it's going to focus on that, is it? There we go. There you go. They're that large. I'm not even going to take them out or I'll lose track of them. But yeah, there's D20s in there. I think, yeah, it shipped without a D20. I wasn't happy about that, but I didn't look close enough at the kit. We got some D10s, D8s, all that in there. Strangely, they're starting to oxidize, so I don't think it's the best gold plating, or it might not even be real gold plating. That's a little weird. Maybe they're just, I don't know, some kind of weird tarnish. Maybe, I don't know what's going on. Gold shouldn't do that. But, that's China for you. These are made out of solid opal, so that's kind of cool. You shine a light through them and you can verify it, so that's awesome. And they're endothermic too. They always feel cold when you pick them up. That's kind of cool. I should say they aren't endothermic. People say that. They have a high thermal conductivity. Let's put it that way. So they always suck the heat out of your hand and feel cold when you hold them. And then we got, oh, I don't remember what this is. Aventurine, I think. There should be sandstone in here. I think that's this. No, this is Tiger's Eye. Ooh, that's like, oh, that's so cold. This one has like the most ridiculously high thermal conductivity you'll ever see. It's a shame they're not blue, because then I could call them magically enchanted ice dice. I mean, come on. I'm that much of a geek. There should be sandstone in here somewhere. I don't see it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. It's not in here for some reason. And there is rose quartz, which these were from I think a different vendor. Boy, I don't even remember. These are pretty cool, though. And then these are a different rose quartz. I think that was probably from Namibia. They look like it. I totally said Namibia wrong. And then these are from probably, I think, India, because they got just a different hue to them. And these were, you know, cracked or factory defect or not quite right, mispainted, whatever. So I didn't bother to paint these yet, but I do have a couple painted ones. And I bought them for dirt cheap, like under $1 a piece. Normally those gemstone dice are like, I don't know, like one like this is like $3.50 a piece. So they're not outrageous, but they aren't, you know, cheap either. But I got some pure quartz ones too. Let's see, those are over here. Those are kind of cool. I really like them. Once again, highly endothermic. I don't know if you've ever touched a pure quartz crystal, especially a polished one with a solid surface area, but yeah. And these are nice because they got some heft to them. You know, they're heavier than the plastic, but lighter than the say solid zinc with nickel plating, if I'm not mistaken. That's what those are. So them and aluminum are my favorite. If I were to recommend any to people, that would be the ones. And boy, I thought I had a painted one in here. I got an awful lot in here. So this is another one. Rose quartz unpainted. Got it for under $1 a piece because they were kind of like factory reject. Didn't pass the specs. So I painted a couple of them. That looks all right, I guess. I mean, I did some in white and some in black. The black ones look pretty cool. Black and pink always looks cool. I think that one they didn't like the way it was drilled, so they put it in the defect pile. So I just bought the whole defect pile because I'm like, I don't care. And obviously the rest are just, you know, your normal dice. I got a big little couple of them here. This is not my die, so I'm going to have to give that back to Eric. But yeah, we got some, you know, mixed brands. We got some D20 spin downs, everything in there, a little bit of Chessex dice and all that. But I would highly recommend these. And there's a different version of these too, whoops, that are definitely anodized. I'm still actually kind of questioning these. Because, like, look at that number 4. See, that doesn't look right. But maybe the acid didn't get in there. There was a bubble and they just rushed it. Because, like I said, I can't scratch these. So I doubt it's a paint job. Even if it is, it's really damn nice. But I've got some gold and some silver looking anodized ones that are extremely sharp on the edges, and they come in a set of 5. You can find them on eBay all over the place. By the way, none of this is sponsored. I couldn't find them. I thought they were in my top dresser drawer, but you guys know dice like to run away. That's what they do. So yeah, I mean, if you've just been playing with crappy plastic cheap dice, I mean, you got like 10, 15, 20 bucks, hit up eBay, just type in gemstone dice, metal dice, zinc dice, nickel dice, metal dice, gold coins, gold plated pennies. You'll find them, and it really enhances your game and enhances the comfort of the roll. It enhances the realism of the role playing, especially with Donald Trump on there. Gotta get some Trump dollars for your dystopian future. And even these, I think, were under $4 a piece. So yeah, and they're 40 millimeters solid freaking rose quartz. These are so cool. And if you look into this one, oh, the pattern, my camera can barely pick that up. If you shine like a light or a laser through it, oh my gosh, so cool. I love it. Just watch out, because a lot of the sellers with under 1,000 feedback on eBay that sell these are scammers, and they will never provide you with a like a tracking number, and then they'll just say the delivery time is 2 to 3 months and hope you forget about it. So I've been burned the first 4 times I tried to order these. This is the 5th time I tried to order these, and they finally made it into the country. So cool. The dice I've never had trouble with. Never had those go missing, though. So yeah, check all that out if you're into that kind of stuff. Hopefully at least you found this video neat. Leave a big old thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys next video. Wow, that's out of focus.